Spring is in the air and temperatures are about to soar to near 50. Chris is tracking the weekend warm-up and whether or not it'll last. And all eyes are on South Carolina as voters there are heading to the polls this morning. What the Democrats running and President Trump are saying about the state of the race.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday and happy Leap Day. We want to wish a special birthday to one of our own, Mark Kane.
Yeah, sweet 16, right?
Sweet 16, I know. Everyone at home is doing the math, but he's 16. He can drive. He can finally get his license. Poor guy. We've had to drive him around for
I know.
the past
I was going to say,
years.
it'll be great to finally not have to cart him around to the news show every time. Hey, it's going to be great weather for him to learn how to drive this weekend as well. We have plenty of sunshine out there. One of the things I want to point out is while the cold air is still in play over the northeastern part of the country, warmer air is on the horizon. We'll start to see that moving in as we move into the afternoon, but the true warm air, folks, that arrives as we head into tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine out there, though. The temperature 16 degrees, and the winds are calm as well, so we don't have to worry about the wind chill as much anymore this morning. 14 in Janesville, Kenosha already at 20. Pay attention to that wind direction. They're already starting to arrive out of the south and west. Folks, that will be a warming wind as we move into the afternoon, but in the meantime, things are relatively quiet out there for us. Still, though, the colder temperatures are noted across the southwestern part of the state, but I want to point out what's happening just to the north. You see a lot of those temperatures that are warmer than they were at this time yesterday. That's how this map will look more so as we move into the afternoon as we await the warmer weekend. Now, we're going to be chilly just for today, but does someone say 50? Someone did say 50.
I think you said it.
That's right. And the rain chances for next week have fallen as well. We have a whole lot to break down. It's a lot of good news, but there's still a lot to break down in that forecast, which we're about 10 to 15 minutes away from.
If there has to be a bonus day and we have to take it in February, at least we have this weather.
We do have this weather. It's not bad.
Thank you so much, Chris.
My pleasure.
Well, all eyes are on South Carolina this morning, where former Vice President Joe Biden is expected to possibly pull out his first win. A new poll shows him leading the Democratic field by 20 percentage points. Meanwhile, other candidates have already turned their focus to next week's Super Tuesday contests.
This nation isn't looking for a revolution, as some of my colleagues talk about. They're looking for progress.
I know you're ready for that Carolina sunrise where we put this presidency behind us.
Are you ready to fight back and elect the first woman to be president?
We have made up a lot of ground. We're in striking distance.
Super Tuesday, which is next week. That will also be billionaire Mike Bloomberg's first time on the ballot. But first, Bloomberg will appear on 60 Minutes tomorrow night, weighing in on President Trump's handling of the coronavirus.
Donald Trump fired the pandemic staff that was in the federal government's deal with this 2 years ago. And so we have nobody there.
You can watch 60 Minutes tomorrow night right here on News 3 Now. Speaking of the president, he was also in South Carolina Friday for a rally of his own in Charleston, responding to Democrats' attacks.
Now the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. You know that, right? Coronavirus. They're politicizing it. We did one of the great jobs, you say, how's President Trump doing? They go, oh, not good, not good. They have no clue. They don't have any clue.
At that rally, President Trump also took an informal poll of his crowd, asking who they'd prefer he run against in November. The president argued that despite the many candidates still in the race, the fight for the Democratic nomination is really a two-man contest between Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders. Tomorrow morning, we're breaking down the results of South Carolina primary and what they could predict about Wisconsin's primary election in a live interview with UW-Madison professor Michael Wagner. You can watch that at 7 a.m. Speaking of Wisconsin, here's the current state of our race. The latest Marquette Law School poll shows that 29% of Wisconsin voters say they'll choose Senator Bernie Sanders this April. This is the first time Sanders has taken the top spot in Marquette's poll this election cycle. Michael Bloomberg is in second at 17%, while Joe Biden is in third.
But we've seen fluctuations, and as the voting takes place, these things can certainly change. But if you look at January, before any place is voted, to now, it's been very good for Bernie Sanders, very good for Mike Bloomberg, and not so good for Joe Biden, and none of the others have really managed to break into the top tier.
Wisconsin's presidential primary is now less than 40 days away. That is on April 7th. Governor Tony Evers had a busy day Friday, signing 12 bills into law. A couple of the most notable ones: Senate Bill 819, which ratifies the collective bargaining agreement for state patrol troopers and implements a new pay structure there, and Senate Bill 6, which increases the minimum sentence for 5th or 6th offense OWI convictions. The governor also vetoed 6 bills, 4 from the tougher on crime efforts. One of those would have recommended removing someone from parole if they were charged with a crime while on release. In his veto message, Evers said research indicates early childhood education and after-school programs reduce crime, and he would support additional investments in those. We're now hearing from an attorney for the family of a man suspected of killing 5 of his co-workers at the Milwaukee Molson Coors facility Wednesday. It reads in part, "We are shocked and dismayed to learn of the apparent involvement and death of our family member. We sincerely extend our sympathy, compassion, and prayers to the victims and families who lost their loved ones." Meanwhile, Milwaukee police still don't know the suspected shooter's motive. On Friday, officers were seen at a home believed to be owned by the shooter, Anthony Farrell. He took his own life after killing 5 of his co-workers. Molson Coors has launched a Miller Family Survivors Fund. The company established the fund with a goal of raising $1 million. Molson Coors has donated $500,000. The fund was established to provide financial assistance to the family members of the 5 men and others directly affected. If you'd like to chip in, we posted a link to this up on our website, Channel 3000. The Milwaukee Brewers are continuing to support their hometown following the tragedy. Friday, the team wore MC patches on their jerseys during their spring training game against the LA Dodgers. Right now, it's unknown if the Brewers will continue to wear these patches for the rest of the season.
I would ask that all members and guests in the gallery rise for a moment of silence and reflection on these souls.
And on the other side of the country, members of the Wisconsin delegation in the U.S. House of Representatives led a powerful moment of silence Friday for the victims. Representative Gwen Moore read off their names, surrounded by other Wisconsin lawmakers. As always, as we learn more about the victims and the suspect, be sure to stay with News 3 Now for the latest information and online at channel3000.com. More local news now. The Madison East High School teacher facing federal child pornography charges has officially resigned. According to a statement sent to MMSD families, school officials were informed of David Crutchen's decision to resign, which is effective immediately. Crutchen was charged with 3 counts of interfering with privacy against a minor after hidden cameras were discovered in students' hotel rooms during a DECA trip in Minneapolis. Right now, Wisconsin is coronavirus-free. State health officials say the Dane County resident who was diagnosed with coronavirus has been released from isolation after 29 days.
Public Health Madison and Dane County have been testing this individual for the virus every other day for the past several weeks. They are feeling well and have now tested negative for the virus twice, which means they can leave isolation and resume normal activities.
The person was diagnosed February 5th and has been in home isolation since January 30th. Officials say the risk of getting sick from coronavirus is low in Wisconsin. 16 other people have tested negative for the virus here in the Badger State. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has raised its coronavirus threat assessment to very high as officials in the U.S. and around the world work to keep the virus from spreading. More than 83,000 cases of the disease have now been confirmed in more than 50 countries. And the CDC says it's not a matter of if coronavirus spreads here in the U.S., it's a matter of when. That's bad news for most Americans, but great news for scammers who are cashing in on the anxiety surrounding the disease.
Consumers are getting either emails or pop-ups or seeing things on social media about a cure or prevention for the coronavirus, and it's an attempt to get your credit card information.
The Better Business Bureau says there are some simple ways to spot a coronavirus con. First, do your research. Be wary of personal testimonials and miracle product claims. Be skeptical of all natural claims. And as always, check with your doctor if you're tempted to buy an unproven product. Time now, 8:09. Madison's newest library is less than 2 weeks from opening, but tonight you can get an early first-hand look. The Madison Library Foundation is hosting a Love Your Library Gala from 6 until 10 o'clock at the new Penny Library, featuring live music, a silent auction, and private guided tours. The new branch, located at the intersection of Cottage Grove and Dempsey Roads, is more than double the size of the branch's old location. It's home to many firsts, too, for the Madison Library System, like a play space for kids 5 and younger, outdoor space, and a drive-through book drop.
We have over 300,000 people who visited the old Penny Library in its old location. We expect a lot more to come here to the new location, whether they're neighborhood residents or people passing through from other parts of town. It's really a huge community hub.
The Madison Library Foundation is hoping to make a dent in the $100,000 it still has left to raise to pay for this project at tonight's gala. The deadline has passed to buy tickets online, but you can still get them over the phone. Just call the Madison Library Foundation. The fittest men and women in the world are getting ready to return to Madison this summer. This warmer weather has us thinking about the CrossFit Games, and this morning we're passing along a ticket reminder to you. But first, here's a live look over the Capitol on this beautiful Saturday morning. Chris is tracking great news. Your full forecast just ahead.
Have a consumer issue? Contact the News 3 Now Call for Action team.
When you're sick, so sick your heart hurts.
And your mind races.
When you think that you might have cancer, and then they tell you,
you have cancer.
And you just want somebody to say,
it's going to be okay.
This is where we treat cancers that were once thought untreatable, where success is measured in lives saved and dreams fulfilled. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
If your bath or shower is outdated and nearly impossible to clean, then let Mad City Baths go to work installing a gorgeous bath, tub-to-shower conversion, or even a new walk-in tub in as little as 1 day. You know Mad City, we're Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler, and now during our triple savings sale, save 3 ways. First, save $500 on a new bath or shower. Second, ask about 0 interest for 24 months. Third, get a $100 Target gift card with purchase. Plus, call during this program for a free upgrade to a premium wall system. Choose from travertine, Valencia granite, river rock, and more. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, save $500. Get great financing, the gift card, and the free upgrade. Call 608-729-4466.
For most patients that have sensitivity, it's very common to have a gum health concern as well. If you have sensitive teeth, you probably aren't going to brush your teeth as effectively because it causes pain. And if you see blood, you should do something about it. You know, I talk to dentists every day, and they're able to recommend one product, new Sensodyne Sensitivity and Gum, to address both conditions at the same time. If we only treat one versus the other, the patient's mouth is never going to be where it needs to be. It's really good dentistry to be able to recommend one product for patients that can address 2 conditions.
At Fearing's Audio Video Security, our vision is to leave a legacy of lasting partnerships and to make a difference for our customers, our community, and our world. We're committed to getting it right, from consultation and design to installation and support of your audio, video, and security system, all while creating great customer experiences through our technology, innovation, and unrivaled teamwork. Fearing's Audio Video Security, making a difference for our customers, our community, and our world. Visit fearings.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
One of the things that I am certain is getting ready to disappear as we go through the next couple of days would be the snow depth that we have in place across south central Wisconsin. Let's go ahead and get started with what we're seeing. For most of us, that snow depth is somewhere between 3 to 6 inches. Extreme southern Wisconsin from Platteville to Monroe, that's where that snow depth is about 6 to 9 inches. But really the entire upper Midwest in terms of Wisconsin does not have all that great of a snow depth. It doesn't get greater until you work your way to parts of Minnesota up towards the eastern Dakotas. But with sunshine in play across the upper Midwest and the changes that are brewing in this forecast, I do expect the snow depth to be on the decrease. I want to go ahead and highlight the eastern part of the map here. This is where we've been focusing in on snow showers for the past couple of days. A lot of that has been down across parts of Kentucky and into Tennessee. That's still under the influence of the strong northwesterly flow, but it's moving away from us. And what that will do is open the door for this front that's been stalled out for about the past day or so to finally begin to hit the accelerator and move eastward. That's why I expect us to see warmer temperatures by the time we get you towards tomorrow. 16 our temperature right now. Winds are calm. This is as high pressure settles right on top of us. 14 in Janesville, 7 in Lone Rock, 5 as you work your way towards Wautoma. But one of the things you'll see happening is we'll start to see a strong southwest wind develop as we go throughout the day, folks. So here we are at 12:30. Temperatures will be knocking on the door of 30, and then with the due south wind later on this afternoon, we will see those temperatures topping out right around 37 degrees. Now that south wind sticks around overnight. Temperatures fall down to about 30. Let's show you what happens tomorrow. This is 10:30 in the morning tomorrow. Temperatures are already into the low 40s. We keep that south wind around. One of the things that's going to happen, though, is we'll start to see some cloud cover develop. That's the only reason I'm not going to go 50 for your high. But I do believe a lot of folks will be knocking on the door of it, or at least very close. Forecast high for Madison, 49. Down around the state line, that is where we may actually get a little bit more sunshine. So with that, places like Janesville, Monroe, Platteville, they may actually make it into the low 50s tomorrow. Now, this is all as that warm front begins to move our direction. Colder air gets pushed back northward into Canada. This allows that strong southwesterly wind to really do its job as we move not just into tomorrow, but the week ahead as well. Folks, we are going to see these warmer than normal temperatures across much of the country, not just through the next week, but perhaps through the next couple of weeks. The center of the country through the upper Midwest are under a strong probability of seeing those above normal temperatures. Our normal temperatures are in the 30s for this time of the year. The last day in the 30s is today, at least for this stretch of the forecast. I won't say last time of the season. We know how things tend to go around here. You get your full spring, and then winter comes back with a little punch or two, but 40s in that forecast. You'll have a weak rain chance on Thursday.
Yes, please don't jinx us.
Maybe some rain chances next Sunday and Monday. I'm trying to jinx us by being prepared for that little second part of winter, you know what I mean? But one of the things I did just from looking a couple weeks ago was I actually went ahead and I said, I'm going to put up my shovel that I keep in my car and everything.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, this is a dangerous game, but it's one that I'm willing to play for now. We'll see how things go.
And another silver lining, only 6 more indoor farmers markets until the market's back on the square.
That is right.
So we got to have our eye set on the future. Thank you so much,
My
Chris.
pleasure.
Well, we all knew that Jonathan Taylor is fast from watching him on Saturdays at Camp Randall. And now the rest of the country knows this too. JT ran a 4.39 40-yard dash at the Combine overnight, the fastest of any running back so far this year. That's also the 4th fastest ever for a Badger at the Combine. Fast, strong, well, you could see it all at this year's 2020 CrossFit Games. Tickets are now on sale for the week-long festival. Prices start at $99. Package options start at $225. Single-day tickets will go on sale at a later date. The Fitness Games will once again be held here at the Alliant Energy Center from July 29th through August 2nd. The Overture Center is offering you a chance to see their next Broadway musical at a wickedly discounted rate. Hope that's a little tease there. They're holding a lottery for $25 seats for their upcoming showings of Wicked. For your chance to win, you'll have to show up at the box office 2.5 hours early on show nights and bring an ID with you. The winner of the drawing gets 2 free tickets. Wicked runs at the Overture March 11th through the 29th. Thousands of people enjoy going to the Overture to see Broadway shows, but what if your vision is impaired? There's a new service at the Arts Center to help people see the production. It's called Audio Description. A visually impaired theater goer wears a wireless headset up in a soundproof projection booth. Kelly Warren, a Madison-based audio producer, describes to them what's taking place on stage.
The action that's not part of the dialogue, and in this case, in terms of musicals, the dialogue's in the songs. So I can't talk over the songs. So what I try to do is I get kind of in and out quickly. I use the chairs as if they're used as shovels. Dig and throwing it over their
Well, people still have to buy their tickets to the show. The service itself is free. Coming up tomorrow morning on News 3 Now, starting at 6:30, our Mark Kane will have more on the service and find out what it means for one visually impaired theater goer. We'll all be able to enjoy Oscar's biggest winner in the comfort of our own homes this spring when Parasite starts streaming. And there are several new shows and movies showing and streaming this weekend. Will shares his picks and 3 things to watch. Trending news just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday.
Check out Steinhoffel's newest Dreams mattresses featuring cool copper technology. Our Dreams mattresses will help regulate your body temperature with our innovative Cool to the Touch cover. Individually handcrafted in Wisconsin with no middleman markup. It's Dreams mattresses by Steinhoffel's.
Have you noticed everything has a day? For instance, January 21st is National Hugging Day. But anyone can give a hug. Even this guy, he gives great hugs. But you do way more than give hugs. You care for your kids, your parents, and even the guy across the street who waves a lot. And AARP is here to help, connecting you with the tools you need to navigate the realities of caregiving. Think of it as one big hug. Take on today and every day with AARP.
Let's see. Why do professional builders and remodelers choose nuns? Looks to be reason number 245. Wow. Maybe it's that Nuns takes care of just about everything. Oof. Yeah, that might not be the case when you shop online. So, why should you choose Nuns? Well, isn't it obvious? Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
The world awaits in your new Jeep from Don Miller. It's the President's Day event on now. The tradition carries on with the new Jeep Wrangler. Get your own Don Miller deal plus rebates and incentives up to $5,500 off select remaining 2019 Jeep Wranglers. No day is the same in your new 2020 Jeep Gladiator. You'll get up to $2,000 bonus cash plus your own Don Miller deal on select 2020 Jeep Gladiators. The President's Day event on now at Don Miller, Madison and Dane Counties Jeep Headquarters, Odana Road, Madison.
Don Miller. Don't let limited mobility keep you from enjoying a nice warm bath. Instead, call Mad City Baths. Put the joy back into bathing with a custom tub to shower conversion or walk-in tub. Easy access designs made to fit your needs.
And now it's like, whoa, in, out, in, out. We can just, it's handy. And it's something every person who's older like us needs to have in their bathroom.
It's a great time to call during our triple savings sale. You'll save 3 ways. Save $500 on your bath or shower purchase. Ask about 0 interest for 24 months. You'll get a $100 Target gift card with purchase. Plus, call during this program for a free upgrade to a premium wall system, upscale patterns like Canyon, Slate, Roman Stone, and more. Call 608-729-4466.
Only Steinhoffel sells more Tempur-Pedics than anyone else. And right now, get $300 in Steinhoffel's cash with any Tempur-Pedic. Get a Tempur-Pedic mattress for only $35 per month with Steinhoffel's 0% financing. We are your #1 Tempur-Pedic dealer.
Let's take a look at what's trending this morning. Actress Anna Paquin plays a publicist trying to beat the tabloids at their own game in the 2nd season of Flack. The series is described as a dark comedy. Paquin stars as Robin, an American publicist living in the UK, who's an expert at spinning stories to help keep celebrities in crisis, or to help celebrities out of crisis, rather. The new season of Flack premieres on Pop TV March 13th. You can stream Parasite, this year's Best Picture Oscar winner, starting this spring. The South Korean film is the first non-English language movie to win the Academy's top prize. It also took home awards for Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best International Film. That heads to Hulu April 8th. An orphan raised within the Ku Klux Klan tries to turn around his life and find a new home with an African-American reverend in the new film Burden. The drama, based on a true story, stars Forrest Whitaker, Garrett Hedlund, and Usher. Burden is now in theaters. But you don't have to leave home to watch something really good this weekend. Here are Will Loper's picks in 3 things to watch.
This weekend, we've got the best whodunit film in years, a chilly sequel, and the first series by Netflix to be entirely filmed in Africa.
There is one guilty party behind it all.
New on home video this week is the film Knives Out.
Everyone in the family has possible motives.
A wealthy patriarch dies, and it's up to Detective Benoit Blanc, played by Daniel Craig, to figure out who murdered him in the star-studded mystery.
You think one of us, one of his family, killed him?
Mr. Blanc, I just buried my father who committed suicide. Why are you here?
I suspect foul play. I have eliminated no suspects.
Knives Out is available to rent or buy everywhere now.
What is this? CSI KFC?
Has Elsa seemed weird to you?
She seems like Elsa.
Also new on home video is Frozen 2.
Find who is calling to you. They may have answers.
When a mysterious voice calls out to Elsa, she goes to find the source, along with Anna, Olaf, Kristoff, and Sven.
Where are we? How did you get in the forest?
The mist parted for us.
Impossible. Where did you learn magic?
Frozen 2 is available to rent or buy everywhere now.
Is the whole putting us in mortal danger going to be a regular thing? Queen, I'd suggest you keep a low profile.
Finally streaming on Netflix this week is the series Queen Sono.
Sono, I need you to gather intel.
Tread like these people are very powerful.
Got it.
Pearl Tusi plays an elite South African spy who embarks on a dangerous mission to uncover the truth behind what happened to her mother.
I want to know everything about that woman.
She needs help.
You know, when Queen is around, anything can happen.
Champagne?
All 6 episodes of Queen Sono are available to stream on Netflix now.
I need you to write me another letter saying that I'm not crazy.
What are you involved in now?
Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Thanks, Will. Time now 8:26. If Senator Sanders has a strong showing out east today, experts predict he could have the Democratic nomination locked down soon. We'll tell you when, just ahead. And Wisconsin is officially coronavirus-free, but the CDC warns we are still not in the clear. This morning's top stories right after this.
I'd rate Mad City Bass 10 out of 10 because of how easy they were to work with, how professional their salespeople and their installers were, and then the quality of the finished product.
Mad City Baths is the company to call for high-quality bath and shower installations in as little as 1 day. Custom tub-to-shower conversions with walk-in and barrier-free designs, surfaces that naturally resist mold and mildew, and we have walk-in tubs with soothing hydrotherapy. We're ready to take your call during our triple savings sale. Save 3 ways. Save $500 on your bath or shower purchase. Ask about 0 interest for 24 months and get a $100 Target gift card with purchase. Plus, call during this program for a free upgrade to a premium wall system. Choose from Madeira granite, silver white marble, and more. Dial 608-729-4466.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Goldman Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2018 new body style Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, Goldman Cars is selling 2018 new body style Chevy Equinoxes for $14,995 or $239 per month.
So come in today and get your 2018 Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
I'm Mike Bloomberg.
Mike Bloomberg. You've probably seen more ads from Michael Bloomberg than the rest of us running for president put together. Big money is powerful, but it doesn't always win. I know that firsthand. When I ran against an incumbent Republican to take a U.S. Senate seat away from Mitch McConnell, Bloomberg endorsed the Republican, and he raised big money for him. But I beat him anyway. I'm Elizabeth Warren, and I approve this message because I believe our democracy should work for you, not the billionaires.
Right now, the hidden homeless. Inside the crisis, we don't see millions of working class families and young kids living in poverty every day.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Happy Saturday, everybody. It is Leap Day, February 29th. It's not often you get to say that. I'm Christina Laurie. All eyes are on South Carolina this morning ahead of that state's primary election. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders currently has the most delegates after the first 3 contests of this campaign cycle. Experts say if he can pull out a victory or come in a close second today, he will be in excellent position to be locked in as the frontrunner for the Democratic nomination by the end of Super Tuesday. Right now, a new poll has former Vice President Joe Biden leading the field of candidates. Wisconsin is now coronavirus-free. Public health officials say the one patient who was diagnosed with the virus in Dane County has been released from isolation. Meanwhile, the CDC says it's not a matter of if the virus will spread across the country, but when. The World Health Organization has raised its coronavirus threat assessment to very high, and more than 83,000 cases have now been confirmed in more than 50 countries. And tonight, you can get an early first-hand look inside the East Side's all-new Penny Library. The Madison Library Foundation is hosting a Love Your Library Gala from 6 until 10 o'clock at the new branch, featuring live music, a silent auction, and private tours. The new Penny Library, located at the intersection of Cottage Grove and Dempsey Roads, is more than double the size of the branch's old location. The foundation hopes to make a dent in the $100,000 it still needs to raise tonight. Before you head to that, you'll want to head outside. Here's meteorologist Chris Reese. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, good morning, Christina. We are still under the influence of some colder air that you see over the eastern half of the country, but changes are coming our direction from the west. They arrive as early as this afternoon. You will really feel those changes as we move into your Sunday. That's when the warmer air really begins to take hold. Now, if you head out the door this morning, there's plenty of sunshine, but those temperatures are in the teens. 16 right now. Calm winds, thankfully, so the wind chill is not something that we need to be concerned about. 14 as you work your way in Janesville, same for Monroe. 7 in Lone Rock right now. There's still a couple spots that are into the single digits, but one of the things that will begin to happen this morning is this calm wind becomes southwesterly. It's already trying to do so, and while yes, we do still have some colder than yesterday temperatures across the southwestern part of the state, warmer temperatures 24 hours ago can be noted across parts of Minnesota. Our map is going to look very similar to that as we move into this afternoon. So while yes, things are chilly, 50s are potentially on the horizon, and even the rain chances that we were tracking for early next week, those are going by the wayside. So by the time we get you towards about 8:45, I'll have that full forecast that's just full of good news.
Single-digit temperatures are a lot easier to stomach when you know change is right around the corner.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Chris. It's the homeless crisis we do not see. Working-class families left behind in this economy. More than 1.3 million kids are homeless here in America. CBS News contributor Maria Elena Salinas met a California family that are among the hidden homeless.
I wish I had my whole family in a house. Melchior's this mom. I wish we can have a house.
6-year-old Kai and 7-year-old Heaven are honor students with big dreams for the future.
I want to be a scientist because I want to be smart.
We met Kai and Heaven in Los Angeles.
Cover your ear.
They have been homeless for 2 years and living in this motel for the past year.
Do you understand why you live in the motel?
Oh, I do, but it's just we don't have enough money, that's it. Why would you tell that? Mommy said not to. Oh, yes, she did.
When we were talking to the kids today, we asked them if they understood why they were living in this motel. And Heaven said, because we don't have any money. And Kai turned around and said, you're not supposed to say that. Mom said not to say that. And they both covered their mouths.
I'm sorry.
So you tell them that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because we don't, we don't want them to feel out of place at school. We don't want to be the pity charity case, in school or anything like that.
Just want them to be as normal as, can be.
Robert and Kristen Eddings both lost steady jobs. Kristen was making $52,000 a year as a store manager, while Robert had a full-time job at a janitorial company.
There's a lot of misconceptions about homelessness and about people who experience homelessness. What do you want people to know about your situation?
It could happen to anyone. Yeah. I never thought, I came up with, a middle-class family, never struggled with money that I knew of.
The average rent in Los Angeles is more than $2,500 a month, a 65% increase in the last 10 years. People here need to earn close to $72,000 a year to afford a 2-bedroom apartment.
Motels next to each other, motels by the hour. Unfortunately, we have experienced child abduction. We've experienced domestic violence.
Manny Flores is the executive director of North Valley Caring Services. He helps hundreds of families.
Growing up in a motel is traumatic in itself.
Right.
Growing up in a motel in some of these corridors where there are so many criminal elements is abusive, I would say.
At the motel where we met the Eddings family, there were more than 30 assaults and over 20 incidents of domestic violence reported last year.
Look.
Kai and Heaven are two of the estimated 17,000 children who are homeless in the LA Unified School District. A staggering 85% of children in that district live in poverty.
The official count of 17,000 is probably closer to 30,000. What's your name?
Austin Butner is the LA Unified School District superintendent.
What is the LA Unified School District doing to help these families?
So we're beginning to advocate more to bring resources to schools. We actually receive $0 incremental dollars from the state to try to help those families and students who may be experiencing homelessness.
The district has allocated 500 Section 8 housing vouchers for families, but 76% of them go unused because landlords refuse to rent to tenants with this federal subsidy.
What do you want for your family?
A house.
You said it.
The Eddings family still lives in the motel, but some good news. Robert Eddings was recently hired at a magazine agency working in customer service. Best of luck to that family. Time now, 8:37. The Taste of Madison is still 6 months away, but did you know there is a way you can sample some of Madison's most popular meals all year round? Next, we're hearing from a local entrepreneur who's made it her full-time job to give foodies a taste of everything Madison has to offer. We'll be right back.
Don't hide your old shower behind a curtain. Instead, show it off with a new bath or shower update from Mad City Baths. From deep soaker tubs to custom tub-to-shower conversions, even walk-in tubs with installations in as little as 1 day. Remember, Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler, but time's running out to call during our triple savings sale to save 3 ways. First, save $500 on a new bath or shower. Second, ask about 0 interest for 24 months. And third, get a $100 Target gift card with purchase. Plus, last chance to call during this program for a free upgrade to a premium wall system. Lots of options from Rosa Slate to River Rock, travertine, and more. Throughout the greater Madison area, dial 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466. Call now.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on most 2020 Blazer models. That's on top of most other offers. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful new 5G network in Wisconsin that breaks down barriers. Because it's only fair that you get uninterrupted service, so you can work without obstacles and stream without disruptions. It's 5G that works where you need it. 5G is coming soon to Wisconsin. Get ready for 5G with the latest Samsung phones. Pre-order a free Samsung Galaxy S20 5G. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
Madison is home to some of the best restaurants in our state, and every week we like to give you some new ideas of where to go. This weekend we're talking to the mastermind behind Madison's premier food tour company, who makes her living dining out. Madison is home to hundreds of restaurants, but how do you decide where to go and what to eat? Otelia Cassidy, local expert, that's how I'll introduce you, and you're the owner of Madison Eats Food Tours.
That's right.
So can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Yeah, so I started Madison Eats Food Tours about 9 years ago now, and it's just a way to connect people to Madison's local restaurant scene, which, as you know, is incredible, and it's growing. But sometimes it is hard to know where to go or what to get when you go there. So we do that on our guided walking food tours. We work with lots of different locally owned restaurants, and through our tastings, people really get to know each restaurant a little bit more in depth and to create a connection to our food community.
And you have a variety of different tours, so they're great for people who live here and then people who don't. What would you suggest for someone at home who does live in Madison? What kind of tour should they take?
You know, we've had people from Madison on all of our tours. We offer tours on Willie Street, on Atwood Avenue, and downtown, and even when they go into a restaurant or a neighborhood that they're familiar with, they always learn something new. For example, in the Atwood neighborhood, I have a lot of products here from different partners that we work with in the Atwood neighborhood. Nutcrack, Gail Ambrosius chocolates, table wine. People get a guided tasting or behind the scenes experience that they wouldn't get if they just walked into the store.
And a lot of these places are things that you might have walked past hundreds of times. We were just talking about Teddy Wedgers.
Absolutely.
If you go on your Capitol Square tour, you probably pass that on the corner of State all the time.
Exactly. People are often like, oh, I've seen that shop, but I've never been in there. Fromagination is an incredible partner with us. We get a taste and we get to learn about Wisconsin cheese, which obviously we love and are famous for. But it's a place sometimes people haven't ever been in, but they've noticed it.
And so I introduced you as a little bit of a food expert. So I want to go through some of your favorites. So I know it'll be hard because you partner with all these great local vendors, but do you have a favorite restaurant that you enjoy frequenting?
I do. I have favorites for sort of a different mood that I'm in. So downtown, I do love Heritage Tavern. We partner with them on some of our corporate and private tours. I love Monsoon Siam on Atwood Avenue. It's a great Thai restaurant.
It always smells so good too when you walk by.
Absolutely incredible. It is hard. It's like picking a favorite child. There's just so many wonderful partners and restaurants in Madison, which is why the food tours are so fun.
And do you have any advice? What days are best to go? How do people book?
So people book online. We offer public tours, and really, as long as there's room, you can book. We just need a minimum of 2 people to run our public tours. And if you have a specific day or group of people, we do private tours as well. That's very popular for us.
And what can we talk a little bit just about price range? Do you offer stuff for everyone?
I do. We offer stuff for everyone. Our tours start at $55 and go up from there. Our public tours range from $55 to $69. We do, in addition, offer culinary vacations. That's kind of a more special. If you're saving up for something fun and adventurous, we go to Mexico and Cuba, also soon Alaska, and we're expanding that as well.
And you are a fantastic follow on Instagram. So if you want to get a taste of those excursions that are not here in Madison, I've seen your trips to Cuba. They look super fun.
Thank you
Waiting
so much.
for an invite.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for joining us. And you can find out more information about Otelia and her food tours up on our website, channel3000.com.
Thank you.
And be sure to watch News 3 Now every weekend morning for more dining ideas around Madison. And if you have a place you'd like us to go, please let us know. Time now, 8:44. We're going to take a live look over the Capitol on this beautiful Saturday. Chris is back with your full forecast next on News 3 Now this morning. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 years old soon, please let us know so we can show their picture right here on TV.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Turn unwanted gold jewelry into cash with Diamond Select. Tracy Belfi here. If you have old gold jewelry that you don't wear, maybe got it from an ex, or maybe it's just out of style, we'll change it into cash just like that. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
I'm bad. You're stronger than you know. So strong. You power through chronic migraine. 15 or more headache or migraine days a month. One tough mother. You're bad enough for Botox. Botox has been preventing headaches and migraines before they even start for almost 10 years and is the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. Botox is for adults with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Go on with your bad self. You may pay as little as $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox for chronic migraine.
You got this.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Have you heard the news? Ganser Company is your home for J.D. Power's top-ranked window and patio door manufacturer, Infinity from Marvin. You'll get 80 years of our experience to make an informed decision in 80 minutes.
Schedule your free in-home consultation and get your home ready for the Wisconsin winter.
Ganser has the answer. Remember, 80 years and 80 minutes from a local family business of 4 generations.
People who fight for what's right. For us, that means fighting for you when an accident has turned your life upside down.
From a diamond engagement to a diamond anniversary and everything in between, we shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to. At Diamond Select, we also fix, reset, and remake jewelry too. Diamond Select in downtown Stoughton.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The melting is coming for the second weekend in a row, and what's left of that snowpack from last week, folks, I believe that is getting ready to go by the wayside. So last week, this time, we had a snow depth of about 9 to 15 inches. That went all the way down to 3 to 6 inches. And with the temperatures that we will see as we go through this weekend, I'm not sure there's going to be much left. We will see how things trend as we go through Monday. But this forecast as a whole is one that is going to be warmer. Things are quiet over the upper Midwest right now. We've seen some snow showers further towards the south and east. This is where there's still the influence of that strong northwesterly flow, but notice it's moving away from Wisconsin now. So that's going to focus that colder air towards the mid-Atlantic. In the meantime, this warm front that really put the brakes on yesterday to become stationary, well, it's going to hit the accelerator again and continue to push towards the north and east, and that is when we will likely see some warmer temperatures. But folks, plenty of sunshine out there right now. Temperatures at 16 degrees, winds are calm. The wind chill is at 16 thanks to the fact that winds are calm. 19 in Janesville now. Basketball coming in at 12, Viroqua at 14. Camp Douglas is still at 9, but we will all see these temperatures continue to warm up as we go through time. By the time we get towards lunch, I expect that southwest wind to really begin to pick on up, so we'll be at 29 degrees. These winds may even become due south later on this afternoon. We'll see those highs today right around 37, but with the south wind sticking around, we don't cool down as much. So this is 6 o'clock in the morning. On Sunday, check out that temperature right at 30. And then with the southwest wind tomorrow, this is 11 o'clock, we're at 44. Now some cloud cover will try to stream in tomorrow, folks. That may hinder temperatures just a little bit. So that's why I have not gone with 50 just yet, but I still expect temperatures in the upper 40s knocking on the door of 50 as we go through time. This is the setup coming our direction. That warm front begins to move in as we head into this afternoon and evening, but Sunday is the day that you're truly going to feel that warm air. And it sticks around too. We're not just warm for a day and then the colder air comes crashing in. We will be warm for the next 6 to 10 days. Look for warmer than normal temperatures across much of the country. If we expand this towards the next 8 to 14 days, look at the bullseye over the Great Plains all the way up towards the upper Midwest, seeing above normal temperatures. Our average high is in the 30s, right around 36. But these temperatures, after we get through today, it is 40s all the way through the forecast. A rain chance for Thursday and perhaps next Sunday and Monday. Notice I said a rain chance. There's no mention of snow at all in that forecast. So we are 90% in the 40s and 70% dry over the next 10 days.
Boy, it's been a while since we've seen all that red, orange, and yellow on your weather maps. I like it.
We've not had a forecast like this in some time, so I encourage everyone to get outside and enjoy it if you can.
This has to be one of the best weathered leap days in the last 4 years, right?
It could be snowing.
It's been the best one since the last 4 years.
That's what we know.
Thanks so much, Chris.
My pleasure.
Now to one of our favorite stories of the weekend. Thanks to your help, a Stoughton freshman will be able to join her track team this season. Last Sunday, we introduced you to Ella Phillips, who has a condition that causes mobility issues. The walker she currently uses isn't allowed in competitions. Well, at a fundraiser last Sunday, you all helped her raise more than what she needed to buy a racing chair required to join her school's track team. She not only raised enough money for her own wheelchair, but she also helped a Verona student buy a wheelchair too. He will also get to compete on his school's track team this year. They're also working on contributing more money to kids in La Crosse, Hillsborough, Sparta, and Belleville, all paying it forward thanks to all of you at home as well. All eyes are in South Carolina today as voters there head to the polls. Then tomorrow morning we're breaking down what happened, what's next, and what these results mean for us here in Wisconsin live with Professor Michael Wagner from the UW. But first this morning, kids usually go to preschool so they can learn. This morning they're teaching us all a lesson about what's really important. We'll be right back.
Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of the mouth-watering half-pound ultimate Monk burgers. Try the Prime Nacho Burger, the Brisket Burger, the Alamo, or the Big Ten. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
January 21st is National Hugging Day, but you do more than just give hugs. You care for everyone, and AARP is here to help with tools to navigate the realities of caregiving. Think of it as one big hug. Take on today with AARP.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on most 2020 Blazer models. That's on top of most other offers. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The new year is well underway. It's time to shake off the dust and get a jump start on your home improvement projects with Feldco. For a limited time, save 40% on our energy-efficient windows. And if you get your home windows replaced now, you can take advantage of no interest until 2021. This is an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
40% off and Saturday. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of the mouth-watering half-pound ultimate Monk burgers. Try the Prime Nacho Burger, the Brisket Burger, the Alamo, or the Big Ten. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
Wisconsin Fishing Expo, February 28th through March 1st.
Welcome back. Finally this morning, it turns out we can all learn a lesson from a brave preschooler and her classmates in New Jersey.
That's right. Here's Nikki Batiste with the power of friendship.
Who's your hero?
Riley. 5-year-old Riley Chiquino's tiny classroom chair has been empty since she was diagnosed with leukemia last summer.
My heart dropped.
Riley's mother, Kaylee Menger, says the hospital stays and chemo have been a test of strength for her feisty daughter.
She was just saying, she goes, I wish my bones weren't sick anymore. And she just like fell on the floor and I was just like, oh no. I just hugged her and I said, we're gonna get through it.
To show their support, Riley's pre-K classmates at the Learning Experience in North Halidon, New Jersey have special dress-up days, wearing superhero costumes, wild hair, and pajamas. They're also helping to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Recently, Riley surprised her classmates, and the impact she had on them was something to behold. You're our hero.
It was... It's okay. We have missed her so much.
Riley is now in remission, but still receiving bi-weekly chemo treatments.
What did you think when you walked in and saw all of them?
Crazy.
It was crazy.
Led by their very own brave warrior, this community fights on.
You know, when you have that kind of support when you're going through such a hard time, it's priceless.
Nikki Batiste, CBS News, North Halidon, New Jersey.
Stories like that show how smart little kids really are.
Absolutely. They truly show the power of friendship and just the heart, what it means to love and rally around someone and boost them up.
And someone we love, we mentioned at the beginning of the show that it's Mark Kane's birthday.
Yes.
I know he's probably not watching us right now. We'd like to think he is, but
he's sleeping in for a sweet 16.
Yeah, for a sweet 16, right? But we were thinking, if your birthday was on Leap Day, would you celebrate on the 28th or the 1st?
For me, I would feel like March 1st because I would have to do the day after the 28th.
Okay, I was the opposite. I felt like you're a February baby. You should stick to your birth month.
But we met in the middle and said you get 2 days of celebration.
And this year you celebrate on the 29th.
Yes, that is the case. But hey, here's the birthday gift for Mark.